knows what she is today. Something or other, white supremacy, something that has nothing to do with anything, that is completely arbitrary, right? In this case with the Olympics, we have a big controversy because we have two people in the female boxing category. And there was one moment specifically that went viral, and it was between the competitor from Algeria. I am butchering these names, okay? But that's okay. Iman Khalif, who went viral in a moment going against Italy's Angela Carini. You know I'm Italian. Those are my peoples. And then we also have out of Taiwan, Lin Yuting. Okay. Let's put that on rewind over and over. Could I sound any whiter? So basically, both of the moment that went viral is as soon as Angela Carini and Iman Khalif went into the ring, it took like 46 seconds to where Angela Carini out of Italy retreated to the corner after getting like knocked out basically consecutively, just crying in tears after working for this her whole life and just feeling completely and utterly defeated, feeling like this is basically a guy. So what we come to find out is both the one out of Taiwan and out of Algeria in Angela Carini's case actually disqualified from the 2023 World Olympics for gender testing, chromosomes, testosterone levels, what have you, right? So now, again, it's like this way of thinking, like these binary, no pun intended, camps. You're going to have the news completely throw basically the biological women under the bus and pump these people up, right, on a pedestal. So you have ABC News, who has the headline, "Boxer clinched medal." We're talking about the one out of Algeria here who beat the shit out of the female boxer. "Boxer clinched medal after gender scrutiny." And in that story talks about, all the abuse that they're getting, bullying, misconceptions, what have you. And because we're in such a politically correct, nonsensical, non-common sense thinking time, Angela Carini actually came out and apologized, probably because she was getting death threats up the wazoo. So Caitlyn Jenner spoke up about this, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. So those of you, like myself in our generation, we may be too youngin' to recall when Caitlyn Jenner, then Bruce, was the most famous athlete in the goddamn world, okay? Bruce Jenner won the decathlon in 1976, was on every Wheaties box this far as the eye can see, right? But nobody could peg them for not being an outstanding, memorable, history-making athlete. And so, crazy enough, now Caitlyn, who I have met, as you all know, is a full-blown, it's also the most famous trans woman, I'd argue, in the world, and is full-blown woman. She's got it all changed. She's got it all done. And so she's had both worlds fully, right? And so she's come out and said that this is absolutely shameful. We have to preserve the dignity of biological women in sports. You have to do your due diligence. And so, and she even said, like, I hate to be so tough, right? But what happened? I mean, who would understand this? I'm sorry, would the intern at ABC News understand this more than Caitlyn fucking Jenner? She's like, I know as someone who was a man and competed at the highest level, you as a woman cannot beat me. And that is not misogyny. That is facts.
XX, you're with the women. XY, yeah, you're with the men. It's got to come down to that.
So what happens? But now her words are labeled as misinformation, or, what does she know? Or she's just hateful, or she, being a trans person, is transphobic. Okay. And discriminatory and oppressive and derogatory and all kinds of shit. Again, make it make sense. Both things can be true. And Riley Gaines, I want to try to get her on again, is another one, right? A woman who fought her entire life, won 12 NCAA championships. And she came out and said something similar. It's like, sorry, kind of reflecting what Elon Musk said. Like, if you have a Y chromosome, buddy, like, we need to figure something out for you. Like, you need not be beating the shit out of women over here, and having, women who have worked their entire lives to compete at this level and win and succeed and accomplish that lifelong passion. And so same thing as Caitlyn. It's like, again, these are two people of authority who would know the most. And yet again, Riley is torn down, degraded, belittled, undercut, shouldn't even listen to her. She's, so who knows what she is today? Something or other, white supremacy, something that has nothing to do with anything, that is completely arbitrary, right? And so that just shows you, it's like, again, neither of these people are saying whether whatever chromosomes you have or whatever state your body is in, or trans or not, do you think Caitlyn Jenner, a proud trans woman who graced the cover of Vanity Fair, did a Barbara Walters interview, would not want trans people to have rights? I've even heard Riley Gaines say this as well. Like, of course, but do it in a fair way. And no, it's like, Caitlyn, you're not even trans. That's news to me. And Riley, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, despite having achieved more than any of us in this arena, competing against Leah Thomas, who is a trans woman, tying and losing because out of, saving political face, giving the trophy to Leah.